Hello and welcome to my dining table. I do believe this will be the last video with this puzzle. Don't worry, I have more puzzles. Though I think you've actually already seen all of my puzzles now, so there won't be anything new. At least not that I know about. So, you know, sometimes repeats can be nice too. So I'm okay with that. So I'm kind of really hoping you're okay with it too, because if not, well, then you're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna do my puzzles anyway. So, with that being said, I'm a little flustered today. What else is new? Pretty much nothing. Well, actually, that's not true. Something is new, because I did something that made me a little nervous, a little uncertain, and now I just have to wait. And I don't know how long I will have to wait. Or to an extent, I know. What I did, I sent in a job application. So I have now officially applied for a job. I wasn't sure when that was gonna happen, but now it has. And now the big thing is, well, I have to wait and see what happens. Will I get an interview? If I get an interview, will I get the job? I mean, I obviously have no clue yet because I just sent it in pretty much right before I parked my ass on this chair and started to film. So hello. You're getting somewhat nervous me because of this. I don't know why it makes me nervous. I mean, I have now sent in the application. There is nothing more I can do. At least not that I know of, and not at the moment. So yeah, I just have to wait. I find that to be very nerve-wracking. And also, I mean, I've sent in job applications for different jobs or for other jobs in the past. I will admit that it's been a few years since I last sent in an application for a job. So that in itself is like, oh my god, how you write an application, has that changed? Did I put the information that I need to put in there? Did it get everything? What am I gonna do? I don't know. And I just like, my poor brain is freaking out. So when my brain is freaking out, and why also you always, not always, God, I hope not always, no, not always, but oftentimes get me, and me being quite incoherent is very simple. Sometimes I do things like that, and then when I'm freaking out, I like to do things that relaxes me, and you know, doing a puzzle relaxes me. And then I also get to talk to you guys and freak out. And well, so far no one has really complained about that. Well, actually, one person complained in one of my videos. I thought it was hilarious, and I was like, it shouldn't be a surprise, but maybe it was, I don't know. But if you're new here, I talk a lot. I obviously do the puzzle while I'm talking, but me talking is the kind of main thing here, not necessarily like focusing on the puzzle. So if you were considering or if you're trying to watch this and thinking I'm gonna give you a lot of information about jigsaw puzzles, I'm sorry. This is not the channel for you. If you want to hear me freak out and sometimes, every once in a while, kind of figure things out, you're welcome to continue watching. I'm loving having people to talk to in the comment section. It's so much fun. So yeah, if you want to make me happy, you can just say hi in the comment section. I'll be super thrilled. I'm very easy to please sometimes. Say hi and I'm happy. You know, it's not that difficult. But yeah, me freaking out. I just sent in a job application. God, when was the last time? It was before my previous, or the job I lost because of downsizing. Which, that part of it totally sucked, but, you know, there's absolutely nothing I could do about it. Besides, you know, except that I lost my job. Because someone had to save some money. And I was expensive or something. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of other people more expensive than me, but, you know, they were working on the basis of I was the last one in my kind of group of people. So I got to be the first one out. And I really hope that that's all they're doing, that they're not gonna kick out any more of them. Or, I can't really say us anymore because I'm not a part of the us. But, I mean, I really think they should keep the other ones. They're doing great jobs, so, you know, they really should keep the rest. But, where did I start with this? Where was I going? Yeah, yeah, that was the last time I wrote an application, and that is like, what, almost 5 years ago now? Wow. What? Yeah. Oh my god, that's almost 5 years ago. Wow, no, it's not almost 5 years ago. It's a little bit more than 5 years ago since I wrote that application and got the job. And, you know, that worked out for a while, I guess you could say. But now I have sent in a new application, and now I just have to wait. I don't like that part. It makes me very nervous. Because like I don't know how they're gonna react. I don't know if they're gonna want me, if I'm gonna be the one that they pick, you know? It's a little nerve-wracking, to be completely honest. It's like, will I be the one that they pick? Will they like me? Pick me, like me? It's just, I feel like I worked in different part of sales and customer service pretty much my entire working life, which, I don't know, I've been working for like 20 years or something, so it's been a few years, you know? I've been working quite a few years. So I can sell other stuff. Selling myself, which in a way is what you try to do in a job application. You're selling yourself because you want them to pick you. And I'm good at selling other things. Selling myself, that's not something I've ever been very good at. I mean, I like talking, but selling myself, I don't really know how to do that. And it freaks me out a little because, you know, I'm in need of a job. It's not like doing YouTube is making me any money. Don't get me wrong, that would have been awesome. But it isn't making me any money, so I have to get money somehow. And getting a job is often the way to go when you need money. At least it's the legal way to go, and I do prefer doing things legally, so that's the thing. But I'm nervous. Like, writing the application is, it's basically a sales pitch for myself. How do you do that? I can sell stuff. Selling people is not my thing. Selling stuff, sure. Selling people, no. That's it's not my thing. It's not what I sell. Okay? It's not what I sell. But I kind of have to try because, you know, as I said, I needed the job. So, And oh, maybe I should tell you something about the job. Not that I know that much about it, because like the what is it called? The thing that they put out when they ask for someone, basically. It wasn't like the most descriptive of what you're gonna do in that job. So that itself will be interesting. It's basically, from my understanding, it's basically working in a warehouse and like getting things ready to ship. And you get, I don't know, you get like when people are sitting online ordering stuff, and if I get the job, I'll be the one in the warehouse packing the stuff and then sending it out. If I get the job, that is. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, so, you know. It's nerve-wracking. I've never tried such a thing before, so I kind of really want it. So, sure, I want it for 2 reasons. 1, get a job to get money. That would be great. But 2, it's something that I haven't done before. And I have been saying that I want to try different things, that I want to try new things. Things that I haven't done before. To, well, expand my work horizon. Is that a thing? We're gonna pretend it's a thing. I want to try new things, and you know, I like systems, I like control, and I to an extent I can say I've been kind of like on the other side, because I worked in stores that have received stuff that we have to unpack and, you know, take care of. This will be kind of like the opposite. This will be packing the stuff instead of unpacking the stuff. So yeah, I've never done that before. I would like to try. I really hope that they're gonna give me a chance to try it out. I really hope so, because that could be interesting. I have been saying that I want to try something that I haven't done before. So, you know, I kind of hope they will let me. But yeah, back to the, like, selling yourself. It's not my thing. I don't know how. I mean, I'm good at talking. I can sell a lot of things. Myself, I haven't, that's something that I haven't quite gotten down, so to speak. It's, and it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, I can sell just about whatever, but myself, I don't know. I don't know how to do that one. And it frustrates me, but I'm hoping that I did a good enough job so that I, you know, sold myself well enough that they're gonna hire me. I will definitely keep you updated on that. And since I have now clearly started actually looking for a job instead of just freaking out about it and not having a job, if you have any good tips and tricks on, well, how to sell yourself in a job application, not like out in the streets doing that, but like how to sell yourself in a work thing way. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm sure you get what I mean, because we all have had jobs at some point. So, oh dear. But yeah, if you have any tips or tricks that could make it easier for me to write a job application, I'd really appreciate it. Where do you go? Oh. I've been wondering where this piece goes, and ta-da! I just finished a puzzle. I did not think I'd finish this quick. I haven't even had a sip of my tea yet. Oh my god, I am such a mess. Is that normal? Yes. Unfortunately, at this point, it's the only normal thing about me, being a mess. And it's still warm, which is nice. I'm not very fond of cold tea. I prefer my tea warm, but not scalding hot to burn my tongue. But yeah, work. I sent in an application. I'm really nervous. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Well, I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know, like, will I be asked for an interview? And if I do get an interview, will I be good enough at basically selling myself at that point so they will actually hire me? I mean, that kind of auditions, yeah, auditions are not for me. They make me freak out. Then again, just writing and sending a job application, it's kind of freaked me out a little, so, you know, that's a not promising thing, I guess. But yeah, I guess I just finished my puzzle. And I wanted to freak out a little more. You know what? I'm gonna take off my tripod for a moment and I'm gonna show you a close-up of my beautiful puzzle. And then I can like squish it together. Not actually squish it, but like take it apart while we still talk. I hope you will be okay with that. Hold on. So yeah, here it is. Some seagulls, some dolphins that are, as far as I know, they're mammals and not fish. And all of it. And the underwater. I think that's my favorite part. Even though I finished with the island this time. I don't think I've ever done that before. I usually finished with the sky. But I finished with the island. Obviously, you just saw that. But I think my favorite part of the puzzle was not this much blue, but like the bottom of the ocean with all the different plants and seas and yeah, crab, is that? And kind of seashell thing, not seashell, lobster. I don't know what that's called in English. And I don't know what that's called in English either. Wow, I need some better English or more words in English, but there you have it. That's the whole Happy Dolphin puzzle from Treffle. And here's the box and the information on the box. There you have the size too. So, I will now take this puzzle apart because it's done. And, you know, I want to continue talking. And yes, I'm aware that I can continue talking to you. Oh no, this is going to be loud. I was thinking I can continue talking to you while I do this, but I guess you can have some puzzle ASMR while I talk. I really hope you'll be able to hear me over this. Okay, maybe that part. But yeah, I'm not gonna, okay, who am I kidding? I'm totally gonna try to lift it up a little. Okay. It would not have worked if I tried to do it all. But there it is. I finished a puzzle and I'm freaking out because, not because I don't have a job, or I'm totally freaking out about that too. And yes, this is how I pack away my puzzles. I try to be gentle, so I don't actually break the pieces. I just break them apart from each other. Sometimes I leave the puzzles out to see, basically, and just enjoy the work I've been doing. But I've been spending a lot of time on this puzzle. Because I've been mostly doing this puzzle while I've been talking to you guys. And I don't know if you noticed, you're not getting a video every day. So, I mean, it's not like I haven't been staring at this puzzle for a long time, because I have. That worked great. But yeah, I find it so nerve-wracking, and yeah, the selling myself part, I wish I was better at it. That would probably help in, you know, this situation where I'm actually trying to get a job. saying that I didn't know what I want. And I still don't fully know what I want when it comes to work. I know what I want, like how to live and all, but you know, need money for that, so getting a job is a good start. But yeah, I'm gonna try to, wait, I didn't fully tell you. No, wait, I did. Working at a warehouse, like packing orders, basically. That would be the job, if I get it. I mean, nothing. Oh. Nothing is for sure, certain. At least not yet. And today is Monday, 15th of May. And the kind of cutoff for the application possibility. Is that how you say it? Søknadsfrist. That's the Norwegian word. Like the last day you can send in the application. It's May 25th. So in 10 days, I have to wait 10 days until they actually cut off the applications. And then they have to read through them and decide which people to ask to come in for an interview, and then you get the interview rounds, and then someone will get hired. I'm keep my fingers crossed, hoping it will be me. But like, it is a long process. So, and it takes time. And yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Hold on. Oh, when I do this, I make sure to never tie them super tight because that will make them hard to open. But at the same time, I need to make them tight enough so they don't just like open on its own, basically. So, and I try to be careful, as I said. Did I say that? I don't want to break any pieces. That would suck. But, all right. Now I have to make a decision about which puzzle to do next. And I have them laid out. You'll see them at some point. One 1500 and two 3000. And the 3000 puzzle, then I have to make the table bigger. And I don't know if I want to do that right now. So I am gonna do the 1500 puzzle. I should say the puzzle with 1500 pieces. And it's called Matterhorn Splendor. And here is the picture. I'm pretty sure you've seen this one before. I think you've seen all my puzzles at this point, and I'm not gonna buy any new ones at the moment because I want to move, and also I don't have a job, so I'm working on not spending too much money. I obviously buy food and tea and well, I would usually say also like gas for my car or petrol for my car and all the bills, but my car needs to go to possibly get fixed. And when I went there to book an appointment for my car and told them what was wrong, and I was like, it doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally I feel like I should get fixed or looked at least, and they were like, yeah, that's not something that could go bad. If it gets stuck, it's the clutch, and I can push the clutch in just fine, but when you like lift your feet and it's supposed to be like nicely sliding out, it snags. And apparently if it snags too much, it can get stuck. And then it can't change the gears, and I drive a manual, I drive a stick, is that what you call it? Manual, I shift gears from first to second, third, fourth, fifth, and then back down, and then reverse and all. And if the clutch if it snags too much, it can actually get stuck. And then, you know, if you're driving fast and if you're like on a high, and I was like, oh, so it can get stuck, then what do? It's like, well, you might be a little screwed depending on where you're driving. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that, so I'm gonna have to flush out some money for my car again. My car have had, let's use the word, a lot of issues. It is, oh God. I mean, let's wait until the sounds are off. I love the fact that I have a car, but sometimes I totally hate my car. And I have to decide, okay, hold on. Let's see. Edges, obviously. Sky, mountain, trees, water, flowers on both sides. And a little bit of darkness there, a little bit of green here. And as I said, all the water. That's a lot of piles. Well, okay. Let's get to sorting. This always takes forever time. Okay, it doesn't take forever. It feels like it takes forever sometimes. Sorting is not necessarily my favorite thing. It's the putting the pieces where they're supposed to be. That I do love. Anyway, I was talking about my car. It has to go and get fixed because the clutch is snagging sometimes, and it might be bad, or it might be an easy quick fix. And easy quick fixes are usually cheaper, so I'm really hoping for that. You know? Really, really hoping for that. But with my luck, with that car, let's be honest, it's gonna be expensive because it's that car. And that's just what it is. I have an expensive car. Well, it's not actually, the car itself is kind of really cheap actually, but it's old. And an old car that you have to fix a lot equals an expensive car. Not because it started out expensive, but because, you know, all the repairs are expensive, or they're getting expensive. Actually, they've been expensive for a while, so, you know. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not really, it's not the favorite car I've ever had. This is my 4th car, so I've tried a few different cars now, I feel. And this is not my favorite. But yeah, I mean, I need a car. I have to have a car, especially if I want to like go see my parents. I have to have a car. Because they live somewhere where there are generally not a lot of buses. And the thing is, they don't live that rural, but like the bus thing in this country, at least where I live, you'd think it was better where I currently live, but, and I mean, I guess you could say in a way it's better where I live than if you compare it to where my parents live, but still. You know, it's, yeah, it's not the best. I'm not really asking for the best either. I just need it to be good enough. And I mean, maybe I just have high standards for what is good enough. That could be. That could be. That probably is it, isn't it? Yeah, probably. So, yeah, it's a thing. But there's, as you know, it's a lot. Is that new? always a lot with stuff like that, like cars and work and like money and yeah, basically just all the things. All the things. Okay. In the beginning of sorting, I always find, I wouldn't say frustrating, but yeah, maybe a little frustrating. Because it's hard to decide like which piles go where and how to actually sort it. And I mean, this is a puzzle I've done, oh God, I don't even know. I've done this puzzle many times. So in a way, it shouldn't be that hard. But still, just trying to figure out how I want to kind of divide the puzzle up. It's not easy. You'd think I'd get like a good thing going eventually with it, but like doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely better at sorting now than what I used to be, but it's still a struggle in a way. It's not a struggle that I mind. I kind of enjoy it, but at the same time, I also just want to get it over with so I can get to the part that I really like. You know, the putting the pieces together. So, you know, the life of someone who enjoys puzzles. I'm not saying it's a hard life, but it's a frustrating one at times because of all the little details. Might have something to do with the fact that I love control and organizing and like systems, and this doesn't have a great system necessarily in the beginning, so that's a challenge for me. But I always figure it out though. I mean, you just saw I finished a puzzle and then I immediately took it apart and I'm starting a new one. Or at least one that I've done many times before. Definitely not new. Definitely not new. I don't know what it's from. Hold on. Let's see. It's copyrighted in 2008. So, you know, 2008. Well, when did I get this puzzle then? Obviously after, but I don't know. Clearly after, but I never remember who I got a puzzle from or how I got it and where and all that. Probably because it doesn't really interest me. I'm just obsessive about the puzzle itself. Who gave it to me or if I bought it myself don't really matter. Because at that point I own it. So it doesn't matter. The point is to own the puzzle. Not necessarily though. I could totally like borrow puzzles from others. Not that I have a lot of people to borrow puzzles from, but I think it's more of the point is that I don't have to own the puzzle. I just want to do them all. And I definitely do not have all puzzles. Oh, can you imagine? I mean, there are like God knows how many puzzles out there. So try to imagine. I wonder how many different types of puzzles that actually exists out in the world. That's a lot. I mean, that gotta be like, I have no idea, but a lot. Can you imagine trying to collect all the puzzles? And I mean like all the puzzles in the world and collect them all in one space? Can you imagine how, I don't know, how many football fields with puzzles do you think that will be? Because I have no idea. That would be a lot though. I feel like football fields is a measurement a lot of people use for a lot of different things, like how much rainforest have you cut down lately? This many football fields. Is like, that's not something you should be counting. No football fields? That's not something that should be counted, because it shouldn't be happening. But, you know, that's the nature lover in me, and, you know, it's a thing. I like nature. I would like it to, you know, continue to exist. And all the people screaming about climate, and they're totally willing to ruin nature to save climate without realizing that they're one and the same. So if you ruin nature, well, I guess in a way that if you ruin nature, you won't have to save the climate anymore because it'll be gone. Just like us. We're kind of tied to nature, whether we like it or not. You can't have one without the other. So, yeah. Certain types of people frustrate me. Mostly because they don't seem to, like, connect the dots. I'm not saying I'm the best at connecting all dots, but I imagine, or at least I like to pretend, that I'm capable of connecting some of the dots. So, you know, nature plus climate equals two peas in a pod, or two sides of the same story, or however you want to call it. They're connected, and you can't take them apart because they're not gonna work apart, because they are in such a togetherness that's the only way for them to be together. Yes, this went from me freaking out about having applied for a job. Usually I'm freaking out about not having a job or not knowing what to do. This time I'm freaking out because I have applied for a job and I don't know what's gonna happen. And now we're talking about climate and nature, and yeah, I do like climate and nature though not like not the panic way. Panic has never helped. Oh, okay, that's not true. I'm sure panic has helped some people at some point, but I mean, panic is not going to help anyone with this, I believe. Taking action, however, you know, being careful about what you do when it comes to the environment. Don't buy a gazillion things, for instance. I mean, unless there are puzzles or yarn or stuff like that, that's totally fine. Not really, but you know, we all gotta have some hobbies. And in my defense, when it comes to the puzzles at least, it's not like I do them once and get rid of them. I probably got this puzzle like not too long after it got out, or it got published, which was in 2008, which means I've had this potentially for 15 years. That's quite a few years. And also, I have done it, I have no idea how many times I've done it, but I've done it many, many times. So I don't really feel bad about it. I mean, if it was a puzzle that I did once and then tossed in like the garbage or something, yeah, I would not have been happy with myself. But the puzzles that I do get rid of because I don't enjoy them, I always donate them either to, okay, a few of them I kind of donated to my sister, but others I have given to charity shops so they can sell them, or giving them away to other people so they can do them. So, oh, that's not true. I actually have put a puzzle in the garbage, but it was missing several pieces, so I felt like that was an acceptable thing. Because, yeah. And also it was kind of like, you know, used up, as in it was partially worn out and missing several pieces. So I do not feel bad about tossing that in the garbage. I would not have felt comfortable tossing a lot of things in the garbage like that, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, we should all take care of nature. Because if we take care of nature, nature will take care of the climate. That's what I believe. And like, a lot of people are mad about like red meat and all, and I said, well, I kind of need red meat. My body needs to eat red meat, so it's a thing. However, I try to make sure that when I do buy food in general, to pick things that are grown as locally as possible. I guess you could say that's part of why I want to farm. I want to grow my own food, so it doesn't have to travel anywhere except from the garden and into my house. And some of it will probably just travel from the plant and into my mouth, you know, so there's that. But I'd love to grow my own food, have a farm, and if I grow enough, you know, share it with others. Oh, that would be so cool. Have my own little community of food sharing neighbors. That sounded weird. You get what I mean. But yeah, I like that idea. I really like that idea. Both because I love gardening, I love nature, I love food, I love people, occasionally. And you know, I don't know about you, but I kind of love nature just for existing. So I would like to do my part to kind of help nature be able to continue existing. I think that's rather important. And I was working my way up to saying bye, and then I got cut off at some point. As usual, don't know exactly where. And because as usual, I was on a roll. And I think that's because I'm not focusing at looking at the camera, because, you know, to be able to sort the pieces, you gotta look down on the pieces. So I hope you don't feel like it's too rude. I don't mean to be rude. And I don't feel like I'm rude. I mean, we are having a conversation and I'm trying to pay attention. Which is just, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say bye. And then you cut me off, and then I started talking again. Whoops. So yeah, okay. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have had feelings of entertainment for me freaking out. And oh, I think I mentioned, if you have ideas on how to sell myself in a job application, please leave them down below in the comment section. I clearly need a little help, or maybe not. That haven't yet been decided, but I might be needing some help, so yeah, it's a life, and I'm trying to get a job so I can have money, and if you want to help me out, it's not really going to help me out, it's going to make me happy if you subscribe, so, and like the video, and I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. And I hope you do something you enjoy today, or tonight, or in the morning. At some point, do something you enjoy. It makes you happy, I hope. I mean, if you enjoy it, it should be making you happy. Oh my god, I'm starting to ramble. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.